What up there, cyber friends? Mitty Man coming back at you from Walker's Music with another word for today. I want to say and give a big shout out to the YouTube family from Baby Justice all the way up to Big Papa JT. I miss from seeing certain ones on the tube and video, but I understand that everybody got their prospective duties to do, and sometimes you get caught up in it, and that's part of it. You got to have a balance. So I just wanted to say, I want to just come back and expound on a little something that I said earlier this morning about with the Holy Spirit and like me, and how to deal and be patient with people that are not professionals. And I have been around professionals, especially when I was in college, semi-professional, professionals, and I was used to a work ethic. I was more used to getting stuff done, and I must admit, even now, I have a hard time getting stuff done myself. For some strange reason, I instead of just sitting down doing it, I find myself getting caught up in doing some other thing. For instance, today is a good example of it. I have been trying to get some stuff done all day, but there's other things that come up, and I get drawn away from it. Nevertheless, it's no excuse. Yeah, I'm not going to make any. It's called no excuse, but I just wanted to come back on some things. Like I say, I thought about it. What the Holy Spirit dealt with me earlier this morning about people that are not, well, they're just doing things for the fun of it and whatnot. I saw a video a while back about our brother, great producer Teddy Riley, and he was showcasing the PreSonus Studio One. I heard about Studio One first from Khalid Glover, and Khalid told me about it because they was mixing and doing the last Michael Jackson CD, which is this one right here. Yes, Khalid, I finally got it, man. I meant to tell you this the other day, but man, this is awesome. I'm really enjoying it. I tell you, I got both of them here. I haven't checked my DVDs out just yet, but all of Michael's best. And hey, man, I really appreciate this, dog. And I was listening at these tracks very closely, and I saw the video of Teddy Riley speaking about Studio One. And so it is my plea to my buddy JT. We talked a little bit on production today as well, early this morning, brother. And the thing I want to say, people, from listening to Khalid and in his book, Hypnotic Music Secrets, awesome book. JT talking about it. I'm still talking about it. And I'm on my second reading. Very good book, people. Inspirational. And I guess you would say, well, Mitty Man, why you not working? Well, that's just Mitty Man's procrastination. No excuse. I just let other things get in the way. And I'm a helper, man. I'm a helper. If somebody called me up on the phone, I'm going to help them. If it hit me up on the net, I'm going to help them. I'll just drop what I'm doing and I try to help others. That's just my way. But nevertheless, sometimes it get me behind in some things that I need to do, and I perhaps need to change that a little bit and put some boundaries. But nevertheless, I just wanted to come back on what something Teddy Riley said about Studio One. He really gave it a thumbs up, and I checked out the demo, and wow, hey man, everything the guy says about that, as far as I can tell, I'm no expert now. But I do know what I like, and I know what sounds good. Hey, and the workflow of it, it seems to be very straightforward. You don't have to go through a whole bunch of menus and windows to try to get things done. And so, Teddy was talking like, wow, bam. He gave it two thumbs up. Khalid told me this here before I even heard Teddy Riley. But I wanted to say this here to all of us, ministers of music, producers, and whatever you're in and whatever your game. Invest in yourself, people. If you're living now, I think everybody knows that the economy worldwide, it's not that great. And I think cash is not too plentiful with not too many people. And I think last I checked, everybody got bills they have to pay. But people, I wouldn't invest more for my closet here than I would for my mind. We got guys out here. If you want to get your game up, if you're a musician, a pianist, a keyboardist, or whatnot, guitarist, I've seen, since I've been on the internet, I've seen countless, hundreds of different sites. And I'm not going to say that these sites are the greatest thing since mashed potatoes. But I know for a fact that I have checked out a few of those sites. And the ones that I have checked out, these guys are very knowledgeable. And they seem to be very, very well versed in what they do. When you think about playing by ear, you automatically think of Jermaine Griggs. HearAndPlay.com. Well, you got Mr. Ron Music. I've checked him out. He's a cat out of the Washington D.C. area. God knows what he's doing. You got people like David Sprunger, Jamal Hartwell, just to name a few, Sam Tolbert. All these guys, they got their stuff readily available. And you cats out there that's ministers of music in your various churches and stuff, you owe it to your church to have your chops up as good as you can get it. Invest in your mind. Invest in your talent. I was looking at a video earlier tonight, and I see where the musicians break through at Hear and Play. Where Jermaine got all these keyboard players, and they awesome. They awesome. I mean, every one of them. I know good music when I hear it, and I can see, I can tell musicianship. And I tell you, people, you owe it to yourself. Invest a few dollars, save them up. Hey, if you have to save up for 6 months to increase your mind, you shouldn't mind doing that. Don't spend more on clothes than you would your mind. Don't spend more in junk than what you would invest in your mind and in your talent and your gift. Like this book here. This book, called book, $14.95, people, plus shipping. I mean, that is so minute when it compared to the information that's in this book, as well as this DVD, Hypnotic Audio Secrets. I got this a while back, and I'm telling you, people, I'm not kidding you. It was an eye opener, and it really increased my knowledge in what I didn't know. I know now, and I can go out to my studio, and whereas before I got this material, I really didn't even know what compression really done. I didn't know how to set it. None of that kind of stuff. How EQ can fix things, and how sometimes you need to just re-record things. If you got to do too much EQing, colleague tell you right away, redo it. Just go back and remix. So I said all that to say this. People go to these sites. I mean, nobody, listen. No one is giving Mitty Man anything to say this. I'm saying this because these guys I've gotten help from over the years. Every one of them. Jermaine, Jamal, Sam, David. I got some of David Sprunger's product from PlayPianoToday.com. Great pattern based. I try to help everyone. I've got stuff from Sam Tolbert. Hey, and then people said, well, man, I thought you said you was a college, you went to college. Yes, I did. But you can live 2 lifetimes and still not know enough, brother. You can always learn something. You never got so big until you can't learn. If you think you done got to it, you done arrived, you fooling yourself. You always can learn. And I'm just like, I try to help. And so by helping them, it helps me. Invest in your mind, people. I said it. We said we love God. Well, we love God. We all want to give God our best. So therefore, when I go in on Sunday morning and I get to that keyboard, I want to be able to play. I don't care how simple the song may be, I want to play the best that I can possibly play it. And if that means sitting down and listening to Sam 2 hours on a Saturday, or Jermaine 2 or 3 hours on a Saturday, or Jamal, I will sit there and I listen. I'll see what they do. I will look at their guest musicians and see what they got. Hey, that's the way you get it, man. That's the way you get it. And so from listening to all of that, and Teddy Riley, he was giving Studio One such a great name. So Many Man have decided that he was going to do all he can to invest in trying to get a legitimate, not one that you go download, a legitimate copy. Pay for the software, people. Pay for the software. If you can get a demo of things and somebody can send you something like that, I can understand that. But try to do your best to try to pay for your software and support things. So if you can't buy them straight away, support it in any way you can until you can purchase it. That's just only fair to the developer, the people that make the thing, people. So like I said, do all you can do, and then when you get to where you can't not do, then hey, no one's going to execute you because you cannot do. Everybody realizing we're living in a time now where everything is kind of tight. But do the best you can and invest in your mind. That's the greatest investment you can make. And don't be so cheap to where you can't up the ante and at the same time raise your standard. Always keep the standard very high. Les Brown, great motivational speaker, and I'm gonna end this video. Les Brown says, shoot for the star. If you miss, at least you'll hit the moon. So set your standards high. That's set them high. Go for the goal. Do the best. Once you do your best, there's nothing left. This is Midi Man saying peace. Goodbye.